Hello everyone, welcome back to Jazz Inspires. Today we're diving into a classic jazz fusion album that has stood the test of time. Heavy Weather by Weather Report. Released in 1977 via Columbia Records, this album features a fantastic lineup. Joe Zawinul on keyboards, Wayne Shorter on the saxophone, along with the legendary Jaco Pastorius on bass, Acuña on drums, and Manolo Badrena on percussion. As always, I won't be breaking down every single track, rather I will be looking at the particular tracks that stood out to me on the album. The highlights that truly define this record. So let's dive in. First up, Birdland. Right from the start, this track sets the tone for the entire album. It's intense but gradually builds momentum, and when it finally bursts into life, it radiates pure joy. The rhythm is driven by skippy drum patterns centered around rim shots, hi-hats, and those signature hand claps. Joe Zawinul's keyboard work is the heart of this track. He creates an orchestral feel using a mixture of bright, rich chords with melodic layers, seamlessly blending piano and synthesizer sounds. And of course, Jaco Pastorius's fretless bass brings an unmatched warmth and fluidity. His tone and phrasing are magical. Birdland is an absolute fusion classic and a fan favorite for a reason. Now let's talk about Teen Town, a legendary track and one of my personal favorites. Jaco Pastorius is the undeniable star here. His bass work on this track is a technical masterpiece, proving that the bass can be just as much of a lead instrument as any other. His rapid, syncopated bass riff is mind-blowing, and I find myself coming back to this track just to absorb every detail of his playing. Beyond Jaco's brilliance, the track has this mysterious, airy atmosphere, and that's thanks to the synth pad chords in the background. Wayne Shorter's saxophone melodies weave in and out, responding subtly to Jaco's lead. The drums are crisp and energetic, with tight hi-hats and intricate snare and tom fills. If you listen closely, there's also a steady presence of bongos, adding an extra rhythmic texture. Teen Town is one of those tracks you'll replay over and over, just to make sure you didn't miss something incredible. If you're enjoying this review and you love jazz music as much as I do, be sure to subscribe to the channel, as I've got lots more content just like this coming your way. Now here's a track that might not get as much attention as Birdland and Teen Town, but for me, Palladium is an absolute hidden gem. It blends jazz, funk, and Latin influences beautifully. And guys, I cannot understate this. I really do have to drive home how much this track absolutely blew my mind. I know there are some fantastic tracks on this album, but Palladium is really in my lane in terms of the sound that I like, in terms of the types of tracks that I like, specifically jazz fusion tracks. This Palladium track absolutely hits the marker for me. So if you do have any recommendations, guys, if you listen to Palladium and you're a bit of a jazz connoisseur and you think, you know what, Joe would enjoy that track, I really am welcoming recommendations in the comments below, because for me, this is an absolute hidden gem on this album. The thing that really gets me every time is that intro section. About the first 20 seconds of the track, the chords that are used there, the way that it sounds is absolutely wonderful. Wayne Shorter composed this one and his saxophone really takes the lead. But honestly, every musician shines here. Joe Zawinul's electric piano has this warm, earthy, mysterious tone that really adds depth to this track. The rhythm section is another standout feature. Acuña's drumming has a strong Latin Afro-Cuban influence, with syncopated accents that make the track feel dynamic and alive. Manolo Badrena's percussion adds even more groove. And Jaco's bass lines, while more subtle than Teen Town, are crucial to the overall vibe. This track is a perfect example of what I love about jazz fusion. Finally, let's talk about Havona. Once again, Jaco Pastorius delivers an absolutely breathtaking performance. His melodic bass playing moves effortlessly between fast, intricate passages and soaring lyrical lines, almost as if he's playing a guitar or a piano. Wayne Shorter's sax solos glide smoothly over complex chord changes, bringing in that improvisational jazz touch. Meanwhile, Joe Zawinul's synths and piano add harmonic layers that keep the track evolving. The drumming here is energetic and precise, keeping everything locked in. Jaco's ability to seamlessly weave through the music with his melodic choices and chordal movement is just incredible. This is yet another track that showcases why he was such a revolutionary musician. To wrap things up, Heavy Weather is a landmark jazz fusion album. It perfectly balances technical brilliance with melodic accessibility and atmospheric richness. Each track has its own unique flavour, from the uplifting Birdland to the virtuosic Teen Town and Havona, and the dreamy Latin-tinged Palladium. Jaco Pastorius's groundbreaking fretless bass work redefined the instrument's role in jazz. Joe Zawinul's lush synth arrangements and Wayne Shorter's expressive sax lines bring warmth and sophistication, while Acuña and Manolo Badrena lay down deep, intricate grooves that give the album a world music feel. Heavy Weather is truly a genre-defining masterpiece that still feels fresh and inspiring today. What do you think about Heavy Weather? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.